Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chorus and this is war number 3 against chaos. So in this war we're gonna take path number 6. Our team is Kingpin, Quicksilver and Hood, and we have 7 fights this war. So section 1 we have part 6. First fight is Dr. Doom on aggression prowess and critical setup. So here we're gonna use Quicksilver, start the fight with the heavy, and then just use a special one so that we put it slow. And it's a fairly simple fight. The aggression prowesses are going to be controlled just by my combo, as my combo has 13 hits. So around at one point I have like an option either to throw a special 2 in terminal velocity, but I don't want to get into terminal velocity because it takes a bit of time. So I guess somewhere after waiting out a special 1, I will decide to just use a medium light medium combo so that I just detonate my whiplashes. But over here he was not playing around and I couldn't dex to refresh my whiplashes, so we ended up like letting them expire on its own. So it did a decent amount of damage, but it could have done more damage. But the fight is going well. It's gonna take a little while because Quicksilver doesn't hit that hard, and most of his damage is from uh, his whiplashes. So over here we just did a medium light medium into SP2. The whiplashes did its job, and we got the solo, easy solo. So this next fight is America Chavez on aggression prowess, heaven flow knockdown and debuff immunity. And Quicksilver is the best option for this fight because he is immune to dex, and secondly he controls all her dimensions whenever, like, in case she throws random heavies, so you don't need to worry about like her dimensions. You can just dex and you can remove the dimension because it puts a wither. So over here she has a negative zone, so now what I have to do is just dex her attack, and the negative zone would be removed like over here. And also 13 hit combo means like I can control the prowesses easily. Even if she gets defensive, like I can still control a lot of prowesses. Like over here I guess she did become a bit defensive. So, and the strategy here is just get to a special 2, do a medium light medium, and then just use a special 2. So during this debuff immunity we have the Fury from the node, but we cannot put debuffs because she's immune to debuffs. So you basically have to do it like 2 times, I guess, since it was a rank 2 America Chavez. So it took me like 2 rotations for that SP2. So it's a very simple fight. It's just gonna take a little while, but it's the most safest fight you can ever do on this map in AW or against America Chavez. So she's below 45% health. So here we do a medium light medium, I believe, and SP2, and it's still not gonna kill her, but it brings her to the assassin's range. So now I'm just gonna like do my basic hits and probably use a special one, and that was still not enough for me to like finish this fight. So we ended up like doing a few combos, and that was it. So section 2 we have path 9. I'm gonna use Kingpin for this Kindred, and here the plan is to use MD to my advantage and push him to a special 2. It's hazard shift, shock and bleed, and also one eye open, so I can parry him, but I cannot hit him during the stun duration. So over here what I'm gonna do is like try to push him to a special 2, and ideally throw a special 2 so that like I get some buffs, and with those buffs I can just feed MD, and this way I can also pause easily his aura, and pause his infestations. So over here we push him to another special 2, but the outbreak it just happened, so now we're just gonna wait out this outbreak phase. And since I was about to reach 2 bars of power, I decided to just throw a special 1. So I'm a bit near my another bar of power. We do a 5-hit combo, we time it well with the root, and we just throw a special 1, and the fight was done. So a fairly easy fight with Kingpin. So next up is a Korg on Nerve of Steel and the same hazard shift node. So over here the plan is again to use Kingpin, and initially start with a medium hit and do 4 hits, and then try to do light intercepts. So that's what I'm gonna do, but he didn't play along with that light intercept, so I have to do a shallow intercept now, and that's how I'm gonna remove his rock shield. And once I do that, just use a special 1. It reduces ability accuracy, so whenever he gets his rock shield back, even if I do a medium attack, I won't take the thorns damage sometimes. But here our degen expired, so we did take some thorns damage over here again, and then we mistimed our intercept, and again the shallow intercept, so we got hit. But it's not a big deal, Kingpin is tanky, so he can survive a lot of hits. So over here we did the shallow intercept, we removed the rock shield, we used the special 3 over here, I believe. Or maybe I'm just gonna wait for the next rock shield to come back so that I can just remove it instantly and I don't have to waste a lot of my time. So over here I guess he went along with my light intercepts, and I shattered his shield. So we're just gonna wait for the next stack of his rocks, and that's when we're gonna like do the damage. And over here he was way more aggressive, which I didn't want, because the nerve of steel passive armor ups, they were just stacking up and reducing my damage, and I wanted at least one moment where he was just holding his block so I can do a few combo on his block so I can remove those uh, armor ups. But it did happen, but at the very end. So but it's not a big deal. So we so here he shrugs off, which was not I was not expecting it, because it was also in the assassin's range, and it's but then I figured it out, it's a rank 5 Korg and not a rank 2 6 star, so it's probably a max sec Korg. So the fight went really good, and we move on to our next fight. It's a Gorr, a rank 2 Gorr, and we're gonna take this Gorr with hood. So I switch my skill boost to mystic boosts, and I was running 3 out of 5 MD for this fight and a power start 1. So here the plan is to go invisible first, and once we go invisible, just do medium light medium combos and try to steal power and get to a special 2, throw it, and then again cycle another special 2. But here I decided I would like to bait a special 1 first before I do my SP2, but his SP1 animation is too long that my hex expired. So we basically did no damage. I could have detonated it over there somewhere and could have done more damage, but it was all good. So over here my initial plan, and the only plan, is just to bait out SP once, never push him to a special 2 unless he has no buffs, because if he has those buffs, it's too many damage over time on you, and it's not a pretty scenario and situation for you. So over here we again use a special 2. Now we push him to a special 2, and now I really want to do a heavy. so I can at least detonate some of his health. And now he has that stagger on him, so I just tried to bait a special 2 here and just blocked all of it because that's gonna be my only hurt fight. And over here we again try to find an opening with that invisible buff, and now we just do another heavy and he's dead. So it went really well. So second last fight is rank 2 Mangog on aspect of evolution, and we're gonna take this fight with Quicksilver. I have taken this fight before, so I know what I have to do in this fight. Since the war was like very close, I decided to pop in an invulnerability boost. So here the plan is to do a parry heavy first, and then do a few combo, like a 5-hit combo, and then just try to dex and put wither on him. This way you control the power gain and slowly build up to a special 1, and then use a special 1 and then a special 2 in terminal velocity, and that's gonna be lights out for Mangog. So over here I'm just trying to stack up my wither. So right now I have 5, I go with 6 I guess, and I try to maintain those 6 withers on him, and this way like the fight is going to be very much in control, and I don't need to worry about him getting to a special 2. And we are also dex immune, so there's no MD involved in this fight, and I'm also running max iniquity, so the block damage is way much reduced because of the debuffs I'm putting. So it's going well, and here we do another heavy so that we can gain some more momentum and get to terminal velocity faster. So now we are at special 2 and I just want to get to 900 charges, and I guess after this dex we get to terminal velocity, and with 30 whiplashes in terminal velocity it gets converted to 60, and here he throws a special 1 and I just do a few hits and a combo and a special 1 and it just finishes him. So a very smooth fight. So next we have the main event, which is rank 2 7-star Sasquatch Boss, and I was a bit scared about this fight. I still had that invulnerability boost and a plan which I had to follow in this fight, and the plan was this play normally, don't go with the SP3 rotation. Rather than that, just bait a heavy, do your heavy, use your SP1, get your slow on him, and then SP2 in terminal velocity, and just do that twice or maybe thrice if needed. So here the fight starts very well, and with the slow, permanent slow on him, we control his unstoppable during his wrath. So that's actually a very good thing which we have, and this way like we can punish his specials and control, like our openings and everything. And also like when, like, mostly it's mostly for the specials. So, and since he will be aggressive during the wrath phase, like doing intercepts are quite easier. So here we are trying to get to our terminal velocity right now, and I believe he's just not ready to let me dex somehow. So once we get to terminal velocity, we just use a special 2 over here. So we have 32 whiplash, it converts to 64, but we couldn't use a special 1, so basically the whiplash damage was a bit less because of it. So what we do again is try to get to another special 2 and try to have a good RNG about those whiplashes with basic hits, and try to multiply them again. And now what I'm gonna do probably is bait out this SP2 and do a medium light medium, and let them expire, and they kind of did similar damage to the whiplash we had at first. So basically, like, that's probably the damage which I lost initially, but it was all good. Like, it's 2 minutes into the fight, 2 minutes 20 seconds into the fight. It's already at 32%. So what we're gonna do right now is build our momentum again, and what I do normally is push him to a special 2 so I can do a heavy right after his SP2, so I can increase the chance of my momentum for some period of time. So that's what we are doing. We are at 11 whiplashes. So right now I'm gonna throw a special 1 over here, I believe, to get to terminal velocity. And now with what I'm gonna do is probably get to another special 2, double up those whiplashes, and then do a medium light medium into SP1 and just finish this fight. So here he's like not playing according to my plan, so I just decided to throw a special 2. It was a risky move over here, but we still had an invulnerability boost, so I guess I could have like survived the SP3 easily. So the fight is done. And I was a bit shocked about like Quicksilver's damage output, and was really scared about this fight, but it ended up being a very easy fight for me. So that was it for this war, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.